Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Zach Godley, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Next up for Los Angeles, Chris Taylor, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. Underway now in the Valley of the Sun as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
Taylor swings and a ball hit well to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Chris Taylor with a solo shot. 3rd home run for him on the year, and the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
In the second spot tonight.
In now, Logan Forsythe. As he'll take a look at ball one. The career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. He's 3 for 9. He also has 1 home run. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Peralta is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting third
Next for the Dodgers, Justin Turner. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Cut fastball inside, ball 1.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike. There's ball 4. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Corey Seager. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. And no swing, apparently, ball 1. Turner, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Here's Jock Peterson now. The career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. Not great. He's 1 for 8. First pitch on its way. And he hung a curveball that time that stayed high. This year against right-handed pitching, Peterson is a .300 hitter on the dot. Can't complain about that.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
And he misses 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
3-2 now. 2 out with a man at first. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Stepping into the box, Matt Kemp. And the Dodgers with an opportunity for more here in the first. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
2-0 now. 2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
The 3-0 is in there for strike 1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 3-2, and he misses again. Ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Into the box for the Dodgers now, Yasmani Grandal, and he does so with 2 gone in the inning, but with the bases loaded. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
1-1 the count now. Ready with the 1-1. And this is fouled at the plate. The 1-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ranging back is Dyson. Still going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. His first home run of the season. And with it, the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead.
Well, it seems like only a couple of minutes ago that we were ready for a hard-fought game. But things have taken a dramatic turn here early. They jumped all over this guy, including that grand slam. And they might not be done yet.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. A shot down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's Gerard Dyson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading out for the Diamondbacks.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Center fielder.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, I'm excited to watch David Peralta play. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So that extends the inning. Gives Jake Lamb an opportunity with 2 out. Jake Lamb standing in now as it's on the ground toward the hole. Forsythe dives and makes the stop. He is out. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
2-0.
And this guy can hit a little bit too, so you just can't lay one in there 2-0.
A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. The 3-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 3-2 pitch. Line to the right side, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Center fielder number 3.
Digging in to try it again, Chris Taylor. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. Taylor is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
Grounded to the right, fielded by Goldschmidt, and a step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Logan Forsythe. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning after going out in the first.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 2-3 go the Dodgers, but they hold a 5-0 lead.
Leading out for the Diamondbacks.
Up next for Arizona, David Peralta. And he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as the numbers there tell you the whole story.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The count now at 2-1. The 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. On a good curveball gets him swinging for wrap number 1.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's take a look at Jock Peterson. He can play both corners, but his calling card is center field, where he can track down a lot of balls gap to gap and got a strong enough arm to throw guys out at the plate.
And that's in there for strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Seager backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Alex Avila. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
Now another 1-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Turner, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Swing and a little tapper.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2.
After two breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, number 5.
Here's Corey Seager. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in the zone. This guy's known for being a down-and-in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Dyson is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jock Peterson. He worked a walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. Here's the 0-1. Ripped down the first base line. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Avila corrals it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Dodgers down in order as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-2, here it comes. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Zach Godley. First offering on its way. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. The windup and the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Into the box now, Gerard Dyson. Out in front of it, strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Tap down the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Still 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Grounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Striding in once again, Matt Kemp. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. The windup and the 0-1. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Backhanded. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Yasmani Grandal. He went deep for a grand slam in his first at-bat. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Looking at his career totals, Grandal carries a batting line right at 240.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, captain, Austin.
Digging in, Austin Barnes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a bunt attempt here. This is foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A ball and a strike. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's another 1-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Curveball that time, not even close.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Forsythe will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. In now, Paul Goldschmidt. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Missed with a slider. There's a strike. The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that misses inside. 1-0. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate. Lamb swings, and it's hit very well out to right.
And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. Stepping in now, David Peralta. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 0-1 pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, don't sleep on first base. I know they call third base the hot corner, but there's some bullets hit down that way, too. Good effort on the dive right there, but batter singles.
Standing in now, Steven Souza. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the runner will score from first. Now the relay home. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
And he lays off there, 1-0. 3 runs already home here. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm. You might not.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. We're watching an impressive power display today. With that one, these two teams have now hit a combined 5 homers in this game.
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Roll, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 2-0 now. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. The 2-1 home. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Back goes Taylor to the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. So 4. Next up, the two-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
A curveball that catches the inside corner. Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Chris Taylor. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Here's the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Chris Taylor goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Ready for another shot now. Logan Forsythe. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2. 5 runs, just 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the #2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Ready once again, Justin Turner, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a breaking ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Forsythe, the runner at first with 2 gone. Three and 0 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The 3-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Marte gloves it, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. A.J. Pollock will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 11, A.J. Pollock.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one. Enters play here at 279. 4 home runs and 8 runs batted in. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way is looked at for the first strike. The 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Ripped on the ground to first. Grandal comes up with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's Gerard Dyson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The windup and the 0-1. Liner towards second. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Number 4.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And the runner back safely. Another look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Lifted in the air to center field. Taylor is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Line towards center field. Taylor is going to have room out there as he puts this away to...
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks.
Here's Corey Seager. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Dyson is there, and he has it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 31,
Here's Jock Peterson now. His previous meetings with Randall Delgado. He's 1 for 5. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Lamb is up with it. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Ready for another shot now. Matt Kemp. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball down near the shoe tops. The 2-1. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Peralta is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Jake Lamb. He'll be the first to swing it here in the Arizona 6th inning. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone!
Now batting, left fielder, David Peralta.
In now, David Peralta. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. The 1-1 home. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Hit hard on the ground to short. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So it's a ground ball single to left for him here, his second hit tonight. And you can see there he currently holds the top spot on this Arizona roster in that category. Digging in once again, Steven Souza. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Called strike. 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The next 1-2 pitch. Count still at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Splitter. 2-2. Three and 2 now.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Your attention, please.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark. But a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. Peralta on second. Souza on at first with nobody out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch on its way to Avila. Way in front of that fastball. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Forsythe on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there.
And this one gets away. And not in time as the run scores. And a disastrous time to uncork a wild pitch as the go-ahead run scores from third. Descalso behind 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
6 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. We're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front. Before we get the inning underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 is taken, strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, catcher.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit up. 1 out, nobody on. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Now the 2-0 home. Flips the zone low and outside for a strike.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line towards center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Scott Alexander.
Andrew Cole will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 60, Andrew Cole.
And he gets ahead 0-1. That average pushing up near 350 now. 4 home runs, 9 driven in. The 0-1 pitch. Little dribbler down the line. That winds up foul. And that one got a piece of him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 52, Pedro.
Digging in now, Nick Ahmed. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. No balls and 1 strike.
Nick Ahmed.
Comes set with the 0-1. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, Gerard Dyson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 0-1 pitch on its way. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Ready once again, Ketel Marte. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer. Ready on 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. From the belt, kicks and deals. Grounded to short. Seager takes it in. Throw gets him, 2 down. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Dyson at second with 2 down. Ground ball sent back up the middle. To his left, Seager. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Archie Bradley has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 25.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Chris Taylor, head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's 1 for 4. 0-1 the count. Bradley is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Logan Forsythe. It was a walk in his last trip. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Forsythe is retired, 2 down now.
Third baseman.
Riding in once again, Justin Turner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. The next 0-2. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike three, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Adam Liberator will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Jake Lamb standing in now. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. Liberator, a California-born ball player. He was a 21st round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Jake Lamb becomes the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. David Peralta comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, when everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Into the box now, Steven Souza, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Popped him up. Barnes is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Peralta is on his way home. He scores, and they now lead by 2.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
On the ground to the right side. Forsythe's able to get there. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. Andrew Chafin comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
Here's Corey Seager. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Now the 2-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Three and 1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And this is foul tip, so that runs the count full now at 3 and 2.
tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Corey Seager becomes the first out of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Didn't get the call there, but you can't let that bother you. Just have to say, so what, and make another good pitch.
And here's a slider for a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out. Ready for another chance? Matt Kemp. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Yasiel Puig will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. But check in with an average still south of 230. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at-bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Now the 2-0 home is a fastball looked at for a strike. Grounded to third. Throw in time for the final out, and the Diamondbacks will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over. 7-5 tonight's final. Arizona.